We are in Cape Town, and I saw one of the best pitches I've ever seen from Benson. Give us the pitch. Give us the pitch.
Thank you. So ideally, growing up, I was a waste picker. I grew up in the slums of Kenya, and of course, it was normal to go to the dump site to pick materials and go and sell at a scrap shop, and you just get some extra cash. Just get a material or perhaps buy something you didn't have. But life wasn't very easy. It was tough, and I lost my father at an early age, and so I had to move to an orphanage to get shelter and support. And that's where the journey changes for me, because then I knew what it means to lack, struggle, and be discriminated. And so as soon as I finished my civil engineering degree, I came back to support my community. And when I started figuring out how I could help them sort of make money or get a sustainable way of getting income, I realized that the only thing that I turned to as a source of income was also considered undignified. And I didn't understand how something that I did growing up as a waste picker all of a sudden was now so undignified. And so I made a commitment to change the narrative for them. So Irene and everyone that I've built to 50,000 waste pickers in Kenya, 15 million around the world, and that is my journey. And my story is one of unlocking the potential of the 80% unrecycled material in my country, and we hope that building an end-to-end solution for large-scale recyclers where they can both access an app, use a marketplace, use a system that we help them manage inventory and customers. They can trace the materials that they have in real time. We can ensure that they know the materials out there, and we're building a community of agents. So we're empowering waste pickers, giving them the tools and credit to buy and purchase materials from the community. So as they aggregate, we build a system to ensure that we can get as much feedstock as possible for large-scale recyclers, and we've had so much impact. We've been backed. We won one of the top 10 digital and green innovations around the world, by World Food Program, and we've done amazing public-private partnerships with government. And I think that our startup is just about to blow up, and we have the potential of scaling in Cape Town, in Abuja, in Nairobi. And I'm just here talking to you and telling you that if you're looking for the Africa's largest waste tech platform in recycling, it is MTACA. So you better check us out, you better reach out, because we are here to change the game, change the narrative, and empower waste pickers and the undignified roles in the world, because we play the biggest part, and everyone just wants to make the world cleaner, healthier, better. And it's better when you do that by creating green, dignified jobs. So thank you all, and cheers.
This is huge. So repeat some highlights to make sure I understood them. There are 15 million waste pickers in the world.
In the world, yes.
And your platform in how many months has made how much money?
Yeah, so we had revenue of $70,000, but we think
70,000 revenue in how long did it take?
So just this year, so we've done over $140,000. This is our third year now, and we believe that with the integration of our end-to-end solution, we could hit 2 million easily.
Who pays you that money for the waste?
So the large-scale recyclers. So we sell plastic, we sell glass, we sell paper.
Okay, so you're a middleman between the waste pickers and the people that actually turn it into something.
Exactly, and there's a concept called fair price that we're introducing. So we're integrating tech into it and ensuring that we can connect the large scale directly to the waste picker, because middlemen are there. So we're just a platform enabling that, right? And ensure that the waste picker gets the best price, and our margin is just on the logistics to move it to the company, right?
You left out the part about you grew up as an orphan. Now you were in an orphanage?
Yeah, I grew up at an orphanage, and luckily enough, my grandmother started the organization, so it was my grandmother running it. But it was an orphanage, and I was there.
But
my whole life.
The point is, you didn't have things handed to you. You had it hard. You were a waste picker.
I didn't have it easy, but I didn't give up, and I had to. I even have a civil engineering degree. I've gone and done programs. I've done programs in leadership and entrepreneurship at MSU. I've done programs at Stanford Online.
What's MSU?
Michigan State University, right?
Okay,
so I was there for.
And Stanford Online as well.
Yeah, Stanford Online. I was there for. I've gotten one league fellowship. I've gotten a Mandela Washington Fellowship for Young African Leaders given by the US Embassy. And this has really pushed me, because I am so inspired. I want to be an inspiration to young people in Africa to also just believe in themselves and do it. Doing hard things is okay, and they can just do it.
You're one of the people that educated us when you were on stage that you think you can use AI to spot patterns. Is that correct? So where's the waste coming from? Where's demand? And what the fair price is, right?
Exactly, yeah. So predictive,
So the fair pricing actually is already a use of artificial intelligence?
I mean, it's not being applied as much as possible, right? And a lot of people are struggling with data, and what we're doing is, because we are on the ground building solutions and having the data real time, we can integrate AI so that we can use that to project the future. We don't want things to study done, and saying we did this study. No. If we have data, real-time data, let AI help us predict the future. We can help our governments make decisions. We can help investors put in, the right amount of investment in this infrastructure, and that's what we hope to do with our end-to-end solutions.
So you're making money. Are you breaking even? how close to break even?
I think with the initial model you broken even already, you're profitable, right? And that's why yeah.
So you don't need money to keep going.
We don't need money to keep going. The thing is, we need money to scale. And that's why I'm here today. And you see, we did a simple model of fair pricing to show that we're linking the waste pickers direct to the large-scale recyclers.
That's the sign that the waste recyclers were kind of taking advantage of these people. If they're not that much money.
No, they're not. They're not. So,
well, they must have been.
The thing is, the brokers that are there now are the ones who are not giving the right margins, right? So
they're taking too much for themselves.
So it's just saying, how can you build a business with ethical conduct, with an ESG conscience? And that's who we are, right? We're just saying, hey, man, there's enough money up here and enough people suffering down here. Why don't you build an end-to-end solution that enables that guy and say, I'm going to release $50 on the kilo and hope that most of it gets back to the guy on the ground.
I hope the microphone has picked all of this up despite some noise here. I thought this is the best place to record, and it has been. Here's a big thing that I really hope you discuss. In disruption, when you disrupt a system, some people lose. So I'm wondering, are there some middlemen that are kind of angry with you that you cut in on their good racket? And here's the other thing. Doesn't your model presuppose it requires that there still be waste pickers? Is your dream for nobody to work in that, or do you think it's just inevitable? Some people will be working sorting trash, and that's okay, and you want to bring dignity to it.
So the vision is this: the way you dignify waste work is you empower a waste picker to become a waste entrepreneur. To train them, put them in groups, and make them run businesses, and to give them credit to purchase. And that way you don't need middlemen, because if you can purchase and you get them on a real-time marketplace to get their goods picked up, that's what we do. They don't need middlemen. And the thing is, for middlemen, all they have to do is they have to change the game. For them to compete, they'll have to buy at the same prices that we set.
You're not forcing them out of business.
I'm just forcing them to comply. Just do ethical businesses, support the people who need to support them.
What's your margin? What's your take? If say like $100 for a certain unit of material, a certain amount goes to the waste pickers, what's the percent that you keep for yourself?
So because a lot of cost, I think we're just doing at most 15-20%. You know, it's not a lot. 15 to 20%. That's enough to break even. Yeah, that's enough. I mean, because what we do is we're doing it at scale. It's not a lot of work in this process. Just recovering.
The waste picker gets 80 to 85%.
Yeah, the waste picker get a good amount, because the waste picker could get up to 35 shillings, right? On that thing. But then you add value to it, you get it about 48 shillings, but you still sell at 60, 70 shillings, right? So you're able to still, there's enough margins for everybody. So the guy who's trying to make the most money, I don't think that's fair, because one thing that the reason why recovery of materials is failing is because everyone is trying to get it for free. You can buy and give the household a shilling on it as well, right? And if someone bought a material, they are entitled to come and say, hey, I bought this soda, I want to give it back to you for 20 shillings. Take your 15 bob.
Benson, it's been great talking to you. Is there any last point you want to share? You've already shared a lot. I think hopefully just your story was interesting. Anything else?
Thank you for this platform, first of all. And I think one thing I'm going to leave the whole world, and there's any young African entrepreneur watching this, is that just believe in yourself and do hard things. They'll tell you that it's impossible. They'll tell you that what are you doing? They'll be like, this can't work. People will not believe in you when you start, but just believe in yourself, because it's you who knows where you're headed. And if you want a different Africa, if you want to create change and inspire fellow young people, you better get started. So don't stop.
What about those people that have ideas that they're almost good, but they're not quite great? Because there are some people with ideas that are like half good, half not quite there. Would you tell them just keep asking for input until they get it right?
Get input and seek mentorship, go through programs. I myself have gone through programs. Right? I have someone backing me up with $40,000 in debt just to support me to move forward.
This is important that everybody hears this. You didn't have a perfect idea when you started.
Yeah, of course. We didn't. Our model, we just had ideas.
When you look back, are you kind of embarrassed? You look back at the early model and you're like,
I am impressed. I am impressed. Because you need to embrace failure. It's okay. Fail forward. If you don't fail, you don't learn. And it's not about failing, it's about learning, right? And that's why I'm here today at Africa Arena, and that's what we preached yesterday. Because I have been confident enough to fail. I'm failing forward, and as I learn every day and I see the opportunities out there, I hope I inspire you not to be scared. Because you should not be scared. Just go for it. In fact, I love Nike. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Benson.
So M-Taka, m-taka.co.ke. Watch out for this African unicorn in the recycling sector. The circular economy, everyone is trying to change the world, make the world a better place, and we're here at the front line of that. So you better check us out, partner with us, help us scale, because we're going to be in your town the next moment. Thank you.
And I don't think we've heard the last from Benson. And who knows, maybe on my street one day, I'm going to see people picking up the recycling, the trash, and they're going to be using M-Taco. What's to say? Could you be operating in the United States?
I mean, if we're a worldwide company, man. Because the concept is we're getting green, dignified jobs for people. And we better get this started. And I'm hoping large-scale recyclers will work with us. Because the other guys with the money, the other guys making margins, please divide that to the people who are doing the work of recovery.
Beautiful.
Because you need it. So thanks, man. Cheers. Loving you, man. I think this has been really great.
No, thank you. And how do you say goodbye with local flavor? With local flavor.
So this is Kenya. We have Swahili. So bye bye. What is bye bye in Swahili? Kwaheri. So kwaheri. Yeah. So kwaheri. Yeah, konana. And it's been nice talking to you. Cheers, guys.